Most people live one step at a time. They act, then regret. Speak, then realize what they shouldn't have said. They move with impulse, not intention. Ayanokoji isn't one of them. He doesn't guess what happens next. He builds it. Every word, every silence, every decision, all pieces in a larger game only he can see. To stay 10 steps ahead, you must first learn to detach. Detach from outcomes, from emotions, from approval. Emotions are fog. Detachment is clarity. When you stop reacting, the world slows down. You start noticing patterns, tiny cracks in people's behavior that others miss. Their words might lie, but their consistency never does. Ayanokoji doesn't read minds, he reads habits. And habits are a person's truest confession. The first law of staying ahead: never rush. The faster you move, the more predictable you become. Speed exposes your rhythm. Patience hides it. So slow down. Let people think they're leading. Because the one who controls the pace controls the power. Second, information is currency. Every person you meet is a walking database of clues. Their tone, their reactions, their insecurities, all data. The difference between ordinary people and strategists is that strategists record what others ignore. Ayanokoji listens more than he speaks, because silence collects what talking leaks. Third, prepare for multiple realities. Never rely on one plan. That's how the emotional think. Ayanokoji runs every possibility, like an equation. If A fails, B activates. If B fails, I withdraw. That's why he never panics. He's already experienced every outcome in his mind. If the world crumbles, he's calm, because he planned for collapse. Fourth, play invisible. Power that's visible invites resistance. Power that's hidden controls freely. Ayanokoji lets others believe they're superior. He acts average, uninterested, harmless, until the moment his silence rearranges everything. Never reveal your full capacity. Be underestimated. It's the safest armor. Fifth, master emotional camouflage. When you react, you give away your mind. So, stop broadcasting. When people insult you, go silent. When they praise you, stay neutral. The less readable you are, the more unpredictable you become. And unpredictability is the purest form of control. Sixth, understand incentive psychology. People aren't random. They move for reasons. Ego, validation, fear, status, belonging. When you discover what drives someone, you don't need to force them. They'll walk where you want, thinking it's their idea. That's not manipulation. That's alignment through understanding. Seventh, observe micro-reactions. Ayanokoji doesn't watch what people say. He watches what flickers behind it. The half-second hesitation, the throat swallow, the eyes that dart away. Each reaction reveals the truth emotion tries to hide. Train your perception. The smallest things expose the biggest truths. Eighth, delay gratification. Most people want immediate wins. Ayanokoji plays long-term. He sacrifices small victories for checkmate. That's why impulsive people lose. They can't stand the quiet wait between moves. But in that quiet, Ayanokoji is rearranging the board. The longer the silence, the more dangerous he becomes. Ninth, control narrative perception. Never show what you're really doing. Let people write their own stories about you. Lazy, detached, emotionless. While they underestimate you, you're building silently beneath their assumptions. Then, when the time comes, your results appear like a ghost. Impossible to track, undeniable to ignore. 10th, analyze without ego. When emotion enters strategy, logic dies. Never make moves for revenge or validation, only efficiency. Ask, what creates the most stability with the least exposure. That's the mindset of someone who never loses, even when they look like they did. 11th, predict human reaction. If you can predict how people respond under stress, you can write their next 10 sentences before they speak. To do this, study psychology. Study patterns. When pressure rises, the mask falls. And that's when you see who they really are. Ayanokoji thrives in chaos because he never sees it as chaos, just new data to process. 12th, control your environment. The smartest person in a bad system still loses. So Ayanokoji engineers the environment. He doesn't adapt to rules, he bends them. If you can't win the game, change the structure. Influence through subtle design. 13th, never explain your strategy. When you're 10 steps ahead, people won't understand. Don't waste time proving yourself. Results are your explanation. Silence is your confirmation. 14th, use invisibility as dominance. When they can't read your next move, they start hesitating. When they hesitate, you're already ahead. Control isn't loud, it's invisible precision. 15th, stay calm always. No matter what happens, no matter who betrays you, calm is sacred. Because panic is free information for your